one summer's evening, standing on the mound. The ballpark's full of cheering crowd. Home team's back in town with all pitches.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to another edition of the Painting Corners Baseball Podcast. I'm your co-host, Johnny C., joined as always by Aidan Smith. We're yucking ball. Atlanta's reinforcement plan is paid off. The Dodgers are not okay, but they'll probably be fine. And Paul Skeens having a fine old season, though not historic. And the White Sox are still awesome. We got a lot to talk about and to get into. Aidan, how's your week been this week with baseball?
Good. Yeah, I saw TA just retire, Tim Anderson. So batting title, two-time All-Star, and actually know a guy who played with him early on in his, I think it was his college career. They played summer ball together, but yeah, no, it's crazy to see Tim retiring. You know, down goes Anderson, just one of the best moments in the last several years in the AL Central, right? We all know it. And I will say I had a little bit of heartburn seeing Freddie get rocked the other day in his Tampa debut. You know, what did he give up? 8 runs, something
Yeah,
like
it wasn't
that.
great. And this is right on the back of McClanahan getting his back injury. So it ceases to be a deadline acquisition surplus and becomes, hopefully you can fill an instant need.
Do you believe in the Rays?
I'm ready to raise the roof. I'm a big St. Petersburg, Florida guy, right? That's really, there's one thing to know about me.
Really?
I do like St. Petersburg. I'm a believer in the Rays because they believed in themselves and they went out and got Freddie Peralta. That says a lot to the players. They actually do care. Wander Franco disappearing with the scandal, that was a weird moment in time. That was after they had Wander Franco, they had Isaac Paredes, they were doing stuff. They were
and Caminero ended up being a stud. I mean, he's already got 33 homers this year.
It worked out.
So you do wonder how good this team would be if Wander hadn't had his criminal and moral short.
He wandered off, yeah.
shortfalls.
He wandered off. Not all who wander are lost, but he's gone. And the Rays do have Caminero, and it's good. I don't know. I think Freddie's going to settle in. Pitching in a dome, in an inauspicious, and what I'm saying there is dead silent dome with not a ton of home fans. It's going to be great if he can really cozy up.
Inauspicious is an interesting concept for sure. I think I like Liam Hicks as an acquisition more than Freddie, and I'm not saying that only in the hindsight of Freddie getting rocked. I thought it at the time because Liam's under team control for multiple years. Freddie is of course just the rental piece, so I do and did like the Freddie acquisition because they didn't have to give up a ton to get him. And I think it's worth a shot to give that rotation an injection of energy and talent if Freddie can bounce back. But Liam Hicks, I mean, not a great defensive catcher, but that bat is legit. A 122 WRC plus. He's hitting 283 this year, 10% walk rate. I mean, this guy gets on base, he bangs, he can hit him over the wall, and I mean, he still catches behind the plate too.
I want the Rays to win. I want the Ways to win. I want the Ways to win.
What would it mean to you, Johnny, to see the World Series hardware lifted up in St. Petersburg?
Ooh, I'd probably move there.
All right, got to move the family, man. That's it. We got to move the family after the chip.
You know, fun fact. I spent some time in St. Pete, Tampa, that whole area, Clearwater. I lived in a little-known hotel resort called the Thunderbird Beach Resort, and it's on Treasure Island. Real place. Not joking. It's a little sandy. I don't know. I'm forgetting my other ways to say island or isthmus or peninsula. It's an island, I guess.
Was John Silver there?
No, man, it was real, dude. It was a time. And it was like
So
2016, 3 months, living in a hotel, bopping around St. Pete and Tampa, loving the energy, the Cuban sandwiches, swimming on the beach. I was living my best life.
was it a archipelago?
An archipelago?
An archipelago? There we go.
I was gonna. I've been thinking, like, I've been having shower thoughts all week
Archipelago, yeah.
of you. God, what was it? It was the MLB draft and Rock Chalowski, and then like the announcers on ESPN said Rock Chalowski, and then you were like, no, 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 I'm saying Roche Chalowski. I was like, let's go, dude.
I do actually really like Roche as a name.
Can we
Over
do that? Like,
I
it's
like
not
Rock.
Jordan, it's Jordan Alvarez. Like, can we just do what we want? Like,
Well, for what did I say now? Archipelago? What did I say? What did you say?
archipelago.
Archipelago?
Yeah, it's archipelago.
Archipelago. So
Mm.
that's a group chain or collection of multiple islands.
This is
So
not
Puerto
that.
Rico, Puerto
This
Rico's
is
what? Hawaiian Islands,
Hawaii
Japan.
would be an archipelago. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
good stuff.
Oh, I once heard a British documentary voice that was stuck in my head. This was in high school in history class, and he goes, "It was a diverse archipelago of." No, he said it was an archipelago of diverse ecological niches, and I was just like, "Okay, dude, little pockets, little cultural pockets. We could just say that next time." So, moving on back to baseball, I'm a believer in the Rays. If they hoist the hardware for the World Series,
Hmm.
man, are there fans that are just diehard? There've got to be. There've got to be Rays fans
Oh yeah.
out there. They're like
I think there's
stoked.
like a solid baker's dozen, hardcore Rays fans.
All right, new plan. Painting corners. We're going to St. Pete, and we are getting lower bowl seats on the cheap, and we're gonna watch some Rays games. A little family vacation.
Feel like you can pick those up at the dollar store, right? Those
We'll stay at
tickets.
Treasure Island.
Yeah, full circle. Full
Archipelago.
circle
A full
moment.
archipelago. So the Dodgers are not okay. This is the story. You get Scooble and you stink. 8 of last 9 lost. The world likes to seethe, doesn't it? And go, haha, the big evil ones have flown too close to the sun. Problem is, there are still the Dodgers, and they've got Mookie Betts, Freddie Freeman, Kyle.
So,
They'll
do
be
we think that the Dodgers have wax wings?
They'll be fine. They'll be fine.
Is Dave Roberts Icarus?
They'll be fine. Here's my point. You got Blake
Are you going to
Snell.
tell me that it's Icarus?
You remember when they got... It's like Toys R Us for electric cars.
Yeah.
When they got Glasnow and Snell and both had their like injury moments in their first season, and then we saw like Snell come out of the bullpen in the World Series. Like that's the thing. Just like call me in October when it's Game 7 and they're just like going Snell, Glassy, Yami, Roki, whatever
Ooh.
order you want to do there, Scooble from like inning 5 on in Game 7 or whatever. Call me and I'll just say, hey, the wax is intact. Wax on, wax off. Icarus is the sun. And they're kind of
So,
doing that.
maybe it's one of those things where the wax wings are just really well made,
Wow, Aidan. We never think about that.
Are
to wax...
you
Yeah,
are
go
you
ahead.
a Roki supporter, Johnny? Do you believe in Roki?
Can I just Greek chorus for a second?
Go for it.
Okay. I don't really... All I know about Roki Sasaki is that he stunk, and now he's like kind of getting good and figuring it out. Can you please update us? Can you give us the... Can you wax statistic for a moment and just give us the Aidan full blast on Roki Sasaki?
Four seamer, splitter, slider, stuff plays up when he moves to the bullpen. Throws 98, tends to find barrels, and can lose command sometimes and walk too many guys. He's only 24. You know, the slider and split are pretty good. The forkball can even be nice. The fastball seems to be what's getting hit pretty hard. I mean, this year, 315 opponent batting average on the four seamer. So yeah, he's throwing it hard, but a 606 opponent slug is pretty bad.
That's
Even
garbage.
for your fastball. Yeah,
I
it's
had
pretty
heard through
bad.
the grapevine he was doing well. He'd figured something else out. So that's a no. He's not
Well,
doing well.
well, hold on. I only gave you half of the
Whoa,
half of the
holding
equation
on.
here.
Okay, holding on
Yeah.
here. My pop filter. Go.
So 36% whiff on the split, 146 opponent batting average
Since when?
for this year.
What was the third? What was the 300, 600 slug shit you were talking
That
about?
was the four seamer.
Oh, you're talking pitches.
Yeah.
My bad. So don't throw the four seam, Roki. Whatever you do, don't throw the four seam.
Whoa!
Just don't do
Johnny
it.
Johnny got ahead of himself there.
Got excited. I got excited. I was like, man, Roki's killing it. Where have I been? I live under a rock.
You heard those four seamer numbers and you're like, so are we canning Roki? Are we cutting
Are we
him
done this
tomorrow?
bit? Are we cutting this? Like, okay, so Roki's got a split that's really good.
Yeah.
Okay, and yeah, I'm gonna let you finish.
Well, the slider is also actually pretty good. I mean, 299 X slug.
Okay.
And that's a new pitch that he's utilizing more this year. So I think that the big thing is really getting ahead in counts for Roki. Because if he falls behind and he has to throw the fastball more, he finds himself in big innings. If he's ahead in the count and he can rock the split, and people are chasing the splitter and slider, and it's not catching barrels, then he can be successful. But one of the problems with starting, of course, is if you're getting 15, 18 outs, whatever that number is that your skipper needs from you, the chances that you're going to have an inning where you're struggling a little bit with at least one of your pitches, probably two, is pretty high. And if you don't have that skill set to be able to find the strike zone and power your way through it,
Mm.
then you're probably not going to make it as a starter long term. Like, you got to be able to throw um, the fastball where you want to throw it. The fastball command is just so critical. And you got to be able to throw the splitter for strikes consistently, because otherwise you spit on the splitter and you wait for the
Yeah.
fastball, right?
Yeah.
So if I've seen, I don't know, three or four splitters for strikes all game, and he's thrown 15 of them, and just spit on it, you know. And now I'm in a 3-1 count. What do you think I'm going to get?
Splitter and then walk.
Well, so if I do get the splitter, it's probably a walk, right? Unless you're facing Javi Baez, and then it's probably a 3-2 count.
Lamau. Brutal.
I
Yeah,
do
he had a
like
little
Javi
comeback.
Baez.
He had a little bit of a comeback for the Tigers, didn't
He's
he?
having a decent year, actually. I mean, he's not a bad player. It's just he swings at trash, but he's not a bad player.
Not a ton of plate disc. Yeah, for sure. The disp is not there. Um, Roki, I'd like to believe, is he relegated to the bullpen? Is that his doom? Is that his fate?
I mean, I wouldn't go there because the Dodgers are considered the standard in a lot of ways with pitch dev, the lab, the whole deal. So I wouldn't count him out.
No. We know.
We
They're good at
know
what they
it.
do.
So, but I'll tell you one thing. I mean, 1.8 homers per nine is pretty high, and the whip is lower this year than last year. But it's hard to get that image out of your brain, that memory of Roki looking like an actual closer in the playoffs last year.
That's kind of what I'm saying.
Isn't that
Yeah.
kind of imprinted in your head, Johnny? Like, are you going to be able to forget that?
No. I know
Yeah.
every place I was during the last playoffs. I remember every Blue Jays Mariners game. I was at Pensacola Beach sitting on the couch with my father-in-law. It was exquisite. Just, Keno, AL West, impossible to see a World Series. The ceiling is made of bricks. It is not a glass ceiling, Mariners fans. The ceiling is made of bricks, and you will hit it. Makes me so happy. Those are jokes. And then watching Rogie come out of the bullpen was choice. It was really thrown with gusto. I would hope that he would stay in the bullpen.
When you see a closer like if you have Josh Hader coming out, when Hader's good, right? And he's feeling good and dominating for your Stros. Do you feel like you're getting a dopamine hit when you see Hader come out, or are you getting like a serotonin hit of like
I'll tell you the truth. I turn the game off
peace?
when Hader comes out, and Hader has been successful. I'm a truthful guy, okay? I do my best to tell the truth, and the truth is when Hader comes
Johnny
out,
the truth sayer.
I turn off the game. I turn off the game and I go to bed and I say, look, it is. If I watch him get behind in the count and give up a home run, which he has done in some seasons, I'm going to be sad. So I'd rather wake up tomorrow, hold my breath for a moment as the MLB app loads, check the score, and go, he did it again.
You and Josh have the similar like physiognomy. Do you think
Whoa,
is that
compliment alert. Wow, I'm glowing. Aura points.
Oh wow, we gotta bang that Yankee buzzer with two strikes,
Probably a good
siren.
segue. Probably, now that I'm feeling myself, good segue. Buy our merch, painting-corners.com. We got merch. We got nice hats. Wear this to the golf range. This is a nice, wicking, one-size-fits-most Adidas sports athleisure is back.
Plug for Josh Hader. Josh, if you want to wear the PC merch, we will send you merch.
Josh Hader's great. He's fantastic, but it doesn't have to be a but his fastball velo is a little bit down, and velo is not what it around the league does not mean what it used to, right? We've now set a new bar with Miz. Hader's a fantastic closer, but what you're getting after is there a guy that comes out and you're like, okay, it really is bedtime, and not because it's like I'm scared of the outcome. It's bedtime because I'm like, there is no chance of an outcome. The game is officially
exactly.
shortened.
So that's what I'm asking is, do you get the hit of the tranquility? Like, do you feel the serotonin pump, or do you feel dopamine pump of like LFG? I want this win.
Cortisol floods my body.
It's the cortisol.
Cortisol, anxiety floods my body, dread, and so I go to bed. The other side of that is Mason Miller, whom the Stros faced. And my wife and I watched the game last night, and it's like 5-something, and I'm like, great. It's the 8th inning. Well, time to go to bed.
And what are you thinking? Game over, right?
Yeah, because Mason's coming out. It's an 8-inning ball game. What are you talking about?
It's so
I
good.
I could have turned it off in the 7th, honestly.
You know who felt that way for a while was Edwin Diaz. Remember when Edwin Diaz was like 8th inning ball game? He really was.
Bro, what happened? Was it really the Team Puerto Rico mosh pit?
Yeah,
downhill?
Never the same.
Poor dude, that's not great. That's not great.
Never the same. Well, it's like, Mickey Mantle with the sprinkler or Achilles with the arrow,
Whoa.
I mean, he never came back from that one,
No, he didn't come back. But he's lived eternal in that medical diagnosis. Moving along, a story I'd like to hit on is, how are the guys doing with their new buds, with their new teams? How are the guys doing with their new teams? MLB deadline acquisitions, people got sent left and right. Skubal had a fantastic performance against the Cubs, despite the boos, despite the loss. That's kind of the story with the Dodgers, right? They're on a losing streak, but Skubal did fine, still didn't get the W. All right. Adley Rutschman, Red Sox. Hasn't debuted. Still in AAA. Rocked a double the other night. Good for him.
Rehabbing. Yep.
He's rehabbing. Amy Winehouse, fantastic artist. Jake Rogers, fun fact, old Astros farm system catcher, big mustache, used to play for the Tigers, was Scooble's battery guy, came over also in the deal, somewhere along the way, somewhere along the road, and he's killing it for the Red Sox right now.
You know what Jake Rogers seems to be to me? Jake
Hmm.
Rogers is
Oh, let's go.
like he's like the guy in the team photo in the 50s on a football team, and you're like, wait a second, that guy was in high school?
Wow. I was thinking 1910s British
Oh,
constable, like a
interesting.
constable in London,
Ooh.
walking around at night in foggy cobblestone streets. This is
What
a little
about
too
what
late.
about like
Go ahead.
1890s NYPD? You know?
Dude, come on. Just like you're walking around at night. There's this mugginess. The gas lamps are glittering like candles
Yeah.
on a pond, and you just hear the soft thunk of a constable's cane as Jake Rogers accosts you in a dark alley. What do you say to Constable Jake
Wow.
Rogers?
And then you say, meet my friend Tyler O'Neill.
Tyler, Tyler O'Neill just comes out, starts doing jujitsu.
Yeah. I would be scared of Tyler O'Neill in an alley. I'll say that.
And then just like tentacles start coming out of Jake Rogers' mustache, and it's like a
Yeah.
kraken. And then Tyler O'Neill's
Yeah.
done.
Oh, now we're going Pirates of the Crypt. We're going Davy Jones' locker right now.
Back to the
Yeah.
archipelago, Treasure Island. It's all.
Oh,
done,
it's
baby.
all coming back. Yeah.
We're all dancing here. Luis Ariz went to the Phillies, instant impact, debuted with the RBI single and an RBI double, and a 5-0 win over Washington. So he's got the NL best average up to 325. He's doing Jordan stuff, minus the home runs.
Let's talk Dean Kremer. 7 innings, 1 Ernie, 7 Ks today against his former team.
Wow.
That's a tough feel for Baltimore, isn't it?
Dude.
So you need every game right now, right? And you basically give away Dean, you
You
know?
gave him away, dude.
And Dean comes back and throws 7 innings, 1 Ernie
Yep.
directly against you.
Absolutely. Minnesota
And
Twins.
and the Twins are in the race. Like they're fighting for the same spot. I mean, that is a huge, huge flip. Because if Dean throws 7 innings, 1 Ernie for Baltimore in this game,
Yeah.
they're winning the game.
Yeah.
More than likely.
Yeah.
Wow.
I can't believe the Twins are contenders. I guess they always are because the AL Central is lackluster.
I was gonna say, to be fair, there's only 3 teams in the 15-team American League that really aren't in the race. There's 12 teams that are still in it. So
But it's always like the AL East is kind of just like the top 4 teams in the AL East are contending for the AL wildcard spot.
yeah,
And then it's just
right.
clawing for first place in the Central and the West.
True.
It's weird. It's a weird league. But Dean Kramer, that was a good one. I don't remember talking about him as a headline of the deadline, but that's good for the Twins, man. I like to see them making moves. I know they were going to let go of Jeffers, but he stayed. So Jefferson airplane, liftoff, Dean Kramer, 7 innings, beautiful stuff.
So Jeffers being retained by the front office as a prospective rental for another team is probably the strongest indication that they're actually serious about winning, right? Because Jeffers is probably gone after the year, right? Most likely. They don't really have a reason to pay him with where the org is right now. I would be pretty surprised if he stayed. You never know. But to opt out of probably a positive value trade with any of these bidders that would have been interested in him, namely the Yankees, let's say. The Yankees would have overpaid for Jeffers. I believe that. I'm pretty confident in saying that. Like they definitely would have been fine with a negative value trade to get that bat in the lineup. And the Twins said, "No way, Jose. We're going for a wild card." And you got to appreciate that.
Ooh, no way, Jose. We're going for a wild card. Go Twins. Twins, I believe, are one of 4 single-syllable teams.
Ooh.
Cubs, Reds, Twins, Rays.
What about snakes?
Can't do nicknames or abbreviations. So Diamondbacks would be their name.
Says who? Are
Says
you the
me.
overlord of this game that you've created?
No, I'm just saying it's like their actual name is single syllable. That's kind of cool. Like Rays, Twins, Cubs, Reds.
Ryan Jeffers 2-run single 4-1 Twins.
Oh my gosh,
Wow.
we got baseball on right now? Dude.
Wow.
Can I live in your house? Can we do this in your house so I can watch baseball while we do this? So I don't have to, peasantly scrounge on MLB.com. I need to stop being.
You have access to the PC MLB account, Johnny.
And if you're a listener, you could too.
Plug.
Hit me up in the comments section for passwords. That's great. I need to start doing that. I forget that I pay or that we do that. Okay, cool, sweet. Sweet. Ooh, Musgrove is back.
Ooh, Mackenzie Gore and Detmers are about to face off.
Ooh.
Battle of the AL West lefties.
So
Detmers is another guy who wasn't dealt.
Dude, I was going there. But that's a different story. Like, you're 45 and 73. You're not going for a wild card. You're like 20 million games back. So
well, that's already for you.
Didn't they get rid of Manassian, their GM?
Oh yeah, it doesn't matter. They brought in John Mozeliak, so he left St. Louis. Heim took over for him.
Right.
And we thought Mo was retired. It's like, oh yeah, older guy and storied career, and it sounded like it was just, oh, John's gone, and then Mo's over here working for Artie Moreno. I got whiplash. I'm like, wait a second, I thought this guy was retired.
Great
so
movie.
the whole narrative in St. Louis kind of fell apart there with him taking another job. So the whole thing doesn't make a lot of sense to me, but.
It does not make me happy that the Angels are not figuring it out.
Yeah, I mean, at least they didn't trade Zach Neto, I guess. That was a possibility.
He's pretty cool, huh?
Oh, I mean, Zach Neto's really cool, but you know where he would be cooler is Boston.
What? Whoa! What about Trevor Story?
So the thing with Story is, I think Trevor Story is great.
But it's bad to go south. Yeah, where we going?
Story has a resume of injury.
Doesn't he? When he came over from Colorado, it was just like ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. We just saw Trevor Story play in Boston like this year, it feels like. It's been like 5 years.
It's not the fairy tale story that I would have written for Trevor.
Aw. Poor Trevor.
But when you contextualize it, right? 9-figure contracts, all-star. It's pretty good. It's still pretty good.
There aren't a lot of lefty swings that I like because I'm very judgmental, because I always watch Yordan Alvarez swing, and that is the most perfect.
Yeah.
Like in terms of physics, like efficiency, watching it in slow motion, there is no wasted kinetic chain. It is perfect of a swing. But Trevor Story's is kind of good too. He just looks like a cool guy. He's got a nice swing to him. Good little ball player. Great big ball player. Don't mean to diminutize Trevor. But the injuries, the oft-injured Trevor, it begs a Neto. I would like to see a Neto.
So against right-handed pitching, in the last 5 years, Aaron Judge, 303, 417, 632. That's a 188 WRC plus. Second is Shohei, and Juan Soto tied actually at 174. And then fourth is Bryce Harper at 156. So Aaron has a 14-point WRC plus delta on a 5-year window. Like, that's how good Aaron is against right-handed pitching.
Can you do the playoffs tab now?
Yeah. Actually, I can. No, I am curious what that looks like, actually. Let me see here. Qualify. Let's go like minimum 40 ABs, right?
Let's go.
So over the last 5 years in the playoffs, number one, tied for number one, Vlad and Fernando, but they don't have as many ABs. Jordan, 187 plate appearances, hitting 314 with a 628 slug. Um, and that's no splits. That's just overall. That's crazy.
Can I get that on my team?
314.
Yeah, can I get that on my team? Oh wait.
Oh, wait. So with you
Uh,
guys having Jordan, a healthy Jordan,
uh-huh.
and a pretty good Josh Hader that you refuse to watch.
I love Josh Hader. I watched him. I watched him a few times. I just get anxious at the end of the game. But
I
anyway,
mean, to love Josh Hader is to love a part of yourself.
you gotta love him. Thank you again. Thank you. And if you love a flower, don't pick it up, for it ceases to be what you love.
Oh, I see what you. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm going for.
Don't meet your heroes.
Ah, nice. Hey, live long enough to see yourself become the villain. There you go. That's right. To blow the save. All right. Healthy Jordan and a hater, and now you got this big bat in Dalton Varsho. No, I'm joking. We're not going there. I did want to finish Detmers, so
Now hold on. I want to
okay.
stick on. Vardog here for a second.
All right, dude.
Do you not believe in Dalton? Like, why are you such a hater on Varsho?
I'm such a hater. I'm so sorry, dude.
You really are. I mean, I like Varsho. Converted catcher to premium outfielder. You don't
Dude,
like
that's
that?
that's like putting a C next to Ben Rice's name and being like, "See, he was a catcher," and it's like, no, he's obviously not. He's a power hitter. Okay, it's an outfielder. I
Yeah,
don't believe in it.
but Ben Rice isn't like top three defensive outfielder in baseball, though.
Okay, I guess that's cool. So we can just add C's to people's
I
names.
mean,
And
we
now they're
think that's
catchers.
cool, right?
Okay, Varsho's okay. Just I don't like the swing. I don't like the swing. It's not a pretty swing. It's too much backhand. It's too. I don't like
So
it.
when you hear that he's from Marshfield, Wisconsin, is that a pro? Is that a credit or a debit for you on
Stock just
Varsho?
rose for me. I'm actually liking him a lot more. Keep
It's a
talking.
Midwest diet, a lot of corn.
A lot of corn-fed boy, corn-fed Midwestern boys
Yeah, it's
in
true.
Higgins boats winning World War II. That's Dalton
Nice
Varsho.
pull there. Nice
Yeah,
pull.
dude. That's right. From the
Uh,
swamps.
297 career OBP though.
Watch him swing. Watch him swing. It's too much backhand. You'll know what I mean. It's just I don't like it. Not a fan.
Yeah, I hear you. Okay, well, we can get back to Detmers. I just really wanted to cover why you're a Varsho hater, so I'm
It's the
glad we
swing.
got
That's
there.
all it is. It's everything else is great.
It's
Short
not
term.
personal. I
It's not
just hate
personal.
your swing.
I don't like your swing. I love that you're from Wisconsin. Can we get more Wisconsin? Can we get less swing? So, all I want to say with Detmers is what's the plan there? We're not contending, but we're keeping Detmers could be a premium lefty. He could be developed by a pitching lab and is something fantastic.
Agree.
Raw materials. I think he's controllable as well. Can confirm.
Yeah, so he's controllable 2026, obviously 27 and 28.
Okay, that's great. So you get a controllable lefty who's pretty durable, and he has highs and he has lows, which tells me he just needs to be smoothed out by the regression line of a good pitching lab. So where's Detmers going to go in the offseason? Or are the Angels just like, I don't know, the irrational actor at the geopolitics table, the wild card that isn't really, they just like to watch the world burn. Quote The Dark Knight tonight, I guess. Recently rewatched the Batman films. It was nice.
So is John Mozeliak Harvey? Is he like the villain that the city can't see? Or is that
Bradshaw!
or is Harvey is John Mozeliak like the good half of Harvey and Heim is like the two-faced evil half? I don't know. I'm trying to work it out. I'm
Let's
just
flip a
working
coin.
it out.
Let's flip a coin. Comes up Astros. evil half. Comes up not Astro side.
And tails, and already has to sell.
That movie's crazy, dude, for its time. I think that's a 2008 film, right? Something like
Yeah,
that. Crazy
yeah.
film. I could just talk about that film all night long. I love that film.
I'm sure you could. I believe you.
Uh,
So with Detmers, okay, let's
yeah.
talk about this. Let's talk about the Angels lab, okay? So
Mm,
2024 Detmers 6.7 ERA, not great. 6.7, 1.556 whip. And I mean the K's are always kind of there. So what do they do after 24? 2024, 24 years old. Move him to the bullpen, 2025. 61 appearances, 3.96 ERA. Okay. Strikeout rate is almost identical. The walks go down a little bit. The hit rate goes down by quite a bit, and the whip goes down. Great, right? The stuff's playing up, yada yada. But why would you move him to the bullpen where he was fine back to starter? Like, I mean, it's worked out when you're looking at it from this season's perspective. It
yeah.
just seems wonky and weird to me.
I think there's potential there, and that's what they see. He's a 6'2", 210 horse, very young still. He was a round one number 10. I'm just reading Savant, and I was watching a YouTube thing before the season started, before, spring training. And it was about Reed Detmers and how he was like the sleeper pick for guys to watch, to really be breakouts. Not even just this year, but just coming forward. When I watch Detmers be on, I get that. I get it. Okay? It feels like watching Tarek Skubal pitch for the Tigers in 2021. Yeah, I said it.
See, Tarek, to me, that's an even bigger feeling when you have a starter on the bump, must win game. Let's go
Yeah.
playoffs because
Yeah.
that's really what we're talking about here.
Yeah.
When let's say it's 1-1 in the wild card, you need your horse, right? And how good does it feel to have Tarek on the mound for you? That is
That's
like
so
shoot that
amazing.
into my veins. Like 99 Pedro, dude. Oh, it's,
Nothing better. There's nothing better than
there
99
is
pitches.
nothing better than waking up. You got to go to work and you got to eat your Wheaties, but you're like, what's happening later today?
99
I'm gonna
Pedro.
watch Pedro Martinez. That's what's happening today.
I got 99 Pedro and a pitch ain't one.
Right. Yeah. And you know what, Johnny? Like 99 Pedro gets me out of bed. Like that's the kind of stuff that dreams are made of.
Ah, dude. Scooble in 2024
It's true.
playoffs, Tigers, home game, brother.
Amazing.
Octane was high. So Detmers could be like that. We've been like dangling on Detmers for a bit.
Oh,
I
I don't think
really,
he's gonna I don't think he's ever gonna be
you don't think he could be
Scooble.
really something?
Not like Scooble. I mean
No. I mean, Scooble's Scooble. He's thrown 99 effortlessly.
Scooble is 1-1.
Yeah, Scooble's 1-1, but Reed Detmers was 110. That's pretty
Pretty
good.
good.
That's
That's
pretty
pretty
good.
good.
That's pretty good. White Sox, I'm a big fan. I'm a big believer. And the thing we wanted to touch on there was Castillo. Could he be
Ooh,
his middling best for the Mariners there? That would be a win in that acquisition. Problem. Catcher Joey Bart broke his hand in the same game of Castillo's debut.
yeah.
4 innings, 6 hits, 5 Bert and Ernie in a very bad loss to Boston. I say bad because when it's a shootout and you lose the shootout, it's like now you're out of bullets and you lost the game by one, 12-11. That stinks. So
It does.
I'm not buying Castillo stock. I'm still buying White Sox stock. Um. Oh, whoa! Hagen Smith made his debut. Oh my goodness
Wow, and you missed
gracious!
that?
I miss that. I can't even follow that up with I'm a big Hagen Smith guy. Clearly not.
Clearly not.
Dude.
Johnny, we've talked about this, how if you say like that you're a Hagen guy and you don't
Mm,
clear your schedule,
I'm
then
fake. I'm so
yeah,
fake, dude.
yeah, it's like
It's over.
it's
I'm cooked.
fraudulent, you know?
It's cooked.
I
I'm
mean,
cooked.
yeah, your claim to being part of that fan base is cooked.
Get out. You've had too much to drink. You know, Hagen is only 22 years old. So put that in your pipe.
The White Sox got a nice system, man. Braden Montgomery looking good. Colson Montgomery looking good.
Hey, do you have any Montgomerys? Dude, they're just so they're so interesting, bro. I
All
like
right, I have an interesting question for you, okay?
ready.
And we're gonna have to wait, 5 years before we really know the answer. But what do you think Moone's career high homer season will look like? Like, how many homers
55.
are we talking? How many?
5-5.
5, 5.
Yeah.
Wow. Can you
Cuz,
imagine how big he'll be in Japan if he hits 55 homers?
dude, you know, it'd be kind of goated is if he switched his jersey number every year to the new max.
That would be cool.
That'd be weird. That'd be like a bit. You'd really commit to it, but you would commit so hard that the bit would become you, and by committing to it, you would get the needed energy to complete the bit every season. Or could go horribly too. Mune is something, and he is the high bar of what we talked about in the offseason. Not a high batting average, likes to strike out, hits the ball hard and far. He can handle MLB velocity. He can handle MLB pitch shapes. That is without question. Now, I will say, the MLB is more elastic than it used to be. I think. I think
And do
that
you enjoy that?
make sure you're tracking what I'm saying is this may be wrong. I may be totally off base. It feels like it's harder to be good in the MLB for a long career because of the more videos, the more angles, the more iPads, all the math and analytics and derivative equations. It's harder to not be figured out as a pitcher. It's harder to not be figured out as a hitter without having to be change constantly. And the reason I say that might be wash is, CC Sabathia was on the broadcast the other night in San Diego, last night, Sunday Night Baseball, and he was talking about how throughout his career, he was just like, oh, I can't throw this pitch. I can't throw this pitch. I have to learn this pitch. And that was cool to hear it. It's like it really frames it that the skill of being great is not being talented. It is being resilient and having that marathon mindset. So maybe it's wash. Maybe it's always been that way, but that's kind of my worry with Mune, what I'm getting back to in this long-winded way, is that I don't know if Mune, I don't know. Maybe he gets figured out.
So I completely agree with your assessment that it's harder to have, let's use the 10 years of service as the number because that's what gets you that MLB pension, which is an important number for a lot of guys, right?
Yeah.
So let's say that 10-year number is really what a lot of these guys are striving for. And to get 10 years, let's say out of the bullpen, is not an easy thing to do to get 10 years of service for a variety of different reasons, right? If you only have a couple pitches and someone figures out that maybe you can't throw the backdoor slider, the same way that you can as the front door slider, especially if your fastball doesn't set it up, just little things like that
Yeah, for sure.
where they just get tape on you, right?
Tape it
Or
up.
the cold zones for a hitter, where they realize, okay, so if I throw a 12-6 on the outside corner, Mune can't touch it. Just as an example, right? Especially if I brush him inside with a 96-mile-an-hour four seam. So if I go inside outside, he won't touch it. And if you see, if you have tape of a guy doing that and dominating you, and then someone else does it, and it works again and again, that's just going to continue to be a problem until you adjust or end up out of the league. So Mune will definitely have to adjust.
That whole tape thing, what's always bothered me about it is can't like Mune get woke to that? Don't they have like like code running that's just crawling the internet for references or fuzzy string matching on like I don't know. No, not even. It's just like every team has tape of themselves, and you can just figure that whole out. And like, doesn't Mune know that they're going to do that to him? Like, can he adjust for that, or is hitting so like split second mental that you're just playing the lottery of hoping you guess the right pitch? What's your take on the hitter's mindset with that foreknowledge?
I think it's adjustment, counter adjustment, similar to tactic and battle, just to use an example, like the 7 Years' War with like Prussia and Austria, right? Where you kind of feign as setting up a defense, but really you're just pulling all these guys in because the central piece of your army is meeting up to ambush another place, right? It's so to me that's a counter adjustment, right? And Mune will have to counter adjust. So he's got to come up with some creative way to counter the idea of, hey, Mune can't hit that breaking ball on the outside. Uh, how do you counter that? I mean, I don't know. I'd have to kind of think about that, but there
Well,
are
I
ways
mean,
to do it.
him countering that, like, wouldn't he just get woke to? That's how they're going to attack me. The league knows this, and it's like, well, if the league knows this, now I know this, and so does it still continue to be a problem because he just doesn't
Oh
have
yeah,
the
can be.
body type to hit it? Okay,
Yeah, I mean, some guys just don't see pitches the same way. You
huh?
know, sometimes you know what's coming and you just have a hard
You still
time
can't
beating
hit
it.
it?
Yeah,
Dang,
you just have a
yeah,
hard time beating it. You think about like basketball and a guy says, I'm gonna break your ankles, and you're like, no, you're not, and then you end up on your butt. It's like, how do you adjust to that when the guy told you what he was gonna do? You know, so
interesting, interesting.
Murakami might adjust, but he might not, right? I mean, you think about like Lasting's Millage. I don't know if you remember him. Like he
I
never
do.
adjusted. When he came up. Uh,
Uh-oh, I hear the music. That music better stop. I am not ready to stop. I am not ready to stop. We're good.
well,
My bad.
to finish my thought there, I would say that a lot of the prospects who come up and they just smash fastballs their whole life.
Yeah,
That's one of the common avatars, archetypes, however you want to put it, of guys that have to counter adjust right away, because you're going to be behind in counts more in the big leagues. You just will be. The command's better, the stuff is better. So if you're behind in counts more, what does that mean? You're going to see junk. And these guys have been ahead in counts throughout a lot of their pro career. So
right,
they've seen a lot of fastballs.
right.
Does that make sense? Yeah.
Absolutely. So that's interesting to note. It's not just like he can go underneath the stadium, set the pitching machine to outside corner breaking balls, and just hit a million of them and be like,
I'm
all
sure
right,
he
I'm ready.
will.
He will, but it's also the sequencing and that like maybe
Hmm.
it's the way the tunnel of the outside corner breaking ball is thrown that throws him. Maybe that's the delta. That's the
Yep.
differential his brain
Could
can't
be.
pick up. So a beautiful sport. There's so many ways to play the chess game, right? There's so many different arrangements of the pieces. So I'm rooting for Mune. I'm rooting for the White Sox. I really would like to see him become a household name, and they are based in Chicago. They have a fan base. They have a historical one, harkening back to Charles Comiskey all the way to Mark Burley, Paul Konerko, Jeff Blum, and it's I just what I'm saying is they got the money. They can figure it out, right? To pay some of these to pay some of this young blood revolution that just seems to be hitting at the perfect time, and it is exciting to watch. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, and I mean the Pope's behind him. It's been a little over 20 years since the big one. And I think, you got Hagen looked really good in his debut the other day that you missed. He did walk a few guys, but
You missed.
you got the Montgomery Bros, you got
Yeah.
Antonacci, you
Mm.
got Little Acuna. I mean, you got some fun things, man. Tristan Peters coming out of nowhere, 740 OPS. Who's Tristan Peters? Most people don't know. I must confess, before this year, I probably could have told you like me. I think I could have told you he was an outfielder, and that's
Chase
probably about it.
Wydroth.
Mydroth is also looking good. He hit 2 homers the other day against the Red Sox, his first career multi-homer game. So
For
that was
Chase.
pretty cool.
Don't go chasing waterfalls. Well, I don't know. If the White Sox do win the World Series, I'll get a hat.
So there's no danger of you moving to Chicago, though?
No chance. Can't do it. Not a big city guy. I like big cities. I like big cities in fall with a good hot cup of coffee, cappuccino.
You're in?
I'm fall, Chicago.
Are you a pumpkin
Yes.
spice guy?
Hey, who
You
is it?
are. You are. Yeah,
is
I
it?
like it. I like pumpkin spice. Yeah.
We'll wrap it there. I'm excited to see what happens with the White Sox and baseball this week as our deadline acquisitions start really playing a role with their new homes. So, go White Sox. Go Luis Castillo. Hopefully you can figure it out. We'd love to see that. And Adley Rutschman, come on up, dude. Come hang out at the majors. And all of y'all, come hang with us, painting-corners.com all week. See you soon. Peace.